As many of you probably already know, the folks over at Neural DSP just dropped their new Quad Cortex update, and along with that came an update to version 2 of their neural capture algorithm. So the question I've been receiving a lot since it dropped is, how does this new neural capturing engine compare to the recently upgraded Tonex version 2 tone modeling engine? And today we're going to find out exactly how they compare and which is more accurate to the real amp. And I just want to take you in detail on how I'm running this test. It's going to be a blind test, and you're going to be able to vote for which you think is closer to the real amp, clip A or clip B. So what I did is I took my vintage 1981 Marshall JCM 800 model 2203 amp. I mic'd that up through one of my favorite cabs, and I got what I feel was a really nice tone out of it. I then proceeded to capture it with Tonex version 2 on its extended training setting, so the highest quality you can get from it. And then I also captured, without changing anything, keeping everything exactly the same, one of the new version 2 neural captures. Now, I didn't stop there, and here's where the test really comes in. I then recorded a performance of me playing just a DI dry guitar, which I then reamped through the actual amp with the exact same signal chain that I used to capture both the Quad Cortex neural capture and the Tonex tone model. I then took that same guitar DI performance and reamped it both through the Quad Cortex and through Tonex pedal. Now you might ask, why didn't you just use Tonex software? I wanted to keep this as accurate and fair a comparison as possible. So I didn't want to go through that extra stage of conversions to reamp out into the Quad Cortex to only then skip that step and just apply Tonex software right to the guitar DI. So what you're hearing is actually reamped out through all the conversions into Quad Cortex, captured back in through my audio interface with the exact same signal path as I used for the Tonex pedal. So you're hearing about as accurate a comparison as you're going to find. I then volume matched these to within 0.1 dB of each other. Now, I don't want to hear anybody tell me that I should have done a null test. Those don't tell anybody what they think they do. All they do is tell us that there's a difference between two audio files. It doesn't tell us if those differences are perceptible. So it's a pretty useless test, in my opinion. I've talked at length about this. So I think a great blind test is the way to go. Now, obviously, this is all going through YouTube, but everything is going through YouTube. So everything is equal, but take this with a grain of salt, and it's something you'll probably want to test on your own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you a long, a medium, and a short file of the real amp, and the real amp will be labeled as the real amp. So you will know what that is. And then I'm going to play clip A after it. I'll go back to the real amp and play clip B, and then we'll go with a medium version, real amp, clip A, real amp, clip B. Clip A will always be the same amp, and clip B will always be the same amp. And then we'll do a very short version, real amp, clip A, real amp, clip B. And probably repeat that 2 or 3 times so you can really dive in. I'll have everything time-stamped also so you can jump around accurately to be able to see if you hear any differences in that manner as well. Then I'm going to have a community post up on my YouTube channel, and the link will be below. And your job is going to be to say whether you think clip A sounds more like the real amp or clip B sounds more like the real amp. And in the near future, I'll compile the results and we'll do a results reveal video. So if we're all ready, we're going to dive right in and we're going to give a listen to these clips. Here you go. All right, there you have it. What did you guys think? Go to the community post. Leave me again which one you thought was closer to the real amp. Not which one you think is Tonex or which one you think is Quad Cortex, but which one you think is closer to the real amp, clip A or clip B, and we'll reveal the results in the near future. The links are below to that community post where you can vote in that poll. And I just want this to be a fun, enjoyable way to compare these. I'm going to leave you today with some music of this amp that I was using today, this vintage Marshall JCM 800 model 2203 that I've captured in a really killer Tonex collection. I'm going to let you hear the tones from that used together in a mix. The links are below to those tone models if you're so inclined, and also to a Quad Cortex version of those. And you can click those below to head over to my website if you're so inclined. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like the video, share it with anybody you think would get some use or enjoyment out of watching it. Also, please subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content out. I'll be back really soon with some more. I hope you enjoy the music on the way out, and we'll talk very soon. Ciao for now.